Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to Reality Talks with Ann, the space where we have honest conversations about life, family, relationships, identity, healing, and everything in between. I'm your host, as always, Antoinette Yayra, and today's conversation is one that many families struggle with. The topic is, must children always follow the path mapped out by their parents? And if they choose their own path and things don't work out, should parents see them as failures? This conversation may step on a few toes today, but we are going to talk about it. You know, in many homes, especially African homes, parents already have a picture in their minds about who their children should become. We have doctors, lawyers, conversations about engineers, pastors, business owners. Sometimes even the exact age you should marry, how many children you should have, where you should live, and how your life should look like. And honestly, most parents don't do this because they hate their children. Many parents sacrifice so much to raise their children, so naturally they want security, success, and stability for them. They don't want their children to suffer the way they did. But here is where the tension begins. What happens when the child wants something different? What happens when the child says, I appreciate your dreams for me, but this is not who I am? That can be difficult for many parents to accept. I think one of the hardest truths for some parents is realizing that children are not extensions of them. They are individuals. A child can come from you without being exactly like you. They can respect you and still disagree with the life you planned for them. And choosing a different path does not automatically mean disrespect. Sometimes it simply means discovering themselves, following passion, pursuing their purpose, or wanting a different kind of life. Not everybody is built for the same road. Some people thrive in corporate spaces. Others thrive in creative spaces. Some people build businesses. Some become educators. Some become caregivers. Some people thrive in corporate spaces. Others thrive in creative spaces. Some people build businesses. Some become educators. Some become caregivers, artists, content creators, and a whole lot of other careers. Different paths, different callings. Now let's talk about the uncomfortable part. What if the child insists on their own path and it doesn't work out? Because this is where many parents say, you should have listened to me. And to be fair, sometimes parents genuinely do see dangers that children can't see yet, because experience teaches lessons differently. But here's my perspective. A child making mistakes in life does not make them a failure. A failure is an event. It is not an identity. Every human being fails at something. Even people who followed their parents' advice still experience disappointments, heartbreaks, career setbacks, financial struggles, and uncertainty. Life does not come with guaranteed outcomes, so parents should not reduce their child's entire worth to one unsuccessful season or one wrong decision. Because imagine feeling like your parents only value you when you are succeeding. That emotional pressure breaks a lot of people silently. Now, let me also say this. Children should not use following my dreams as an excuse to become irresponsible. If you choose your own path, you must also accept accountability. You cannot demand independence while refusing discipline, consistency, or hard work. Freedom comes with responsibility, and sometimes parents struggle to trust their children's decision because the child themselves is not showing maturity. So balance is important. Parents should guide without controlling. Children should listen without losing themselves. Healthy communication matters. Respect matters on both sides. At the end of the day, I believe a parent's role is not to create a copy of themselves. It is to raise a human being who can think independently, make decisions, learn from mistakes, and eventually build a meaningful life. And sometimes the path may look different from what the parents imagined, but different does not always mean wrong. To every parent listening, your child may need guidance, not constant comparison. And to every child listening, your parents may not always understand your vision immediately, but try to approach them with patience, respect, and responsibility, because the goal should never be control. The goal should be love, growth, and understanding. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Reality Talks with Ann. If this episode spoke to you, share it with someone, a parent, a sibling, a friend, anybody who needs this conversation. And don't forget to follow the podcast and connect with me also on YouTube at Reality Talks with Ann. Until next time, Reality Talks with Ann. Let's talk about it.
Let's break the walls, let the voices flow. Here on Reality Talks, we steal the show. Reality Talks with Ann, tune in tonight, where real life meets real talk, shining bright. True stories shared with laughter and tears. Together we rise, facing all our fears.